What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of the Grrl Republic podcast. I'm your host, Moon. I hope everybody's feeling good out there. I most certainly am. I'm really psyched to be working on the project and watching it evolve. If you haven't checked out the first episode, you can check it out on grrlrepublic.com. First show is just a quick intro into what we're doing, what our vision is, what we're trying to accomplish. The first topic that we're going to be discussing on today's show is a topic that inspired this project, and it's the Grrl scene. I'm gonna concentrate on what I think about the Grrl scene here in New York City, and I'm sure you guys will have a lot to say about it, and we would love to hear what else is going on out there, what's going on in different parts of the country, and how you feel, if you agree or disagree. So it'll be interesting to know. I like to start off by saying that I have been in New York all my life, and I came out at a very young age. Came out when I was a teenager. Some of the best memories that I have is running around crazy, meeting people like myself, getting into clubs, using my fake ID, and drinking and dancing and just being around everybody. It was such an unbelievable experience, and something that I go back to often. But as I've gotten older, things have changed, priorities have changed. I don't feel the same. I definitely don't have to do the running around thing, acting crazy. I love to have a good time and relax and kick it with my friends. But it's not the same excitement like it was, and I don't know if I've outgrown the scene, but I like to think that I haven't, because I would definitely go out there and experience more if I found things to be interesting. What I do find when I go out there is a hot mess, really. There's so many different dynamics going on in one space that it actually becomes overwhelming to be there, even if you're not talking to anybody. I just strictly observe sometimes, the attitudes and moods of people and how they interact with each other. And quite frankly, it's disturbing to me. And I wish that we had more places that we can go meet, that we had more alternatives to just hanging out in a bar or club. But the reality is that we don't. I'm sure there's spaces, but anything that I have found has been very specific to a certain group of people, like poets and artists and that sort of thing. There's no real space for people to just kind of hang out when they don't want to be out there late at night and just drinking and whatever. Like, I don't know, like a cafe or something, or restaurants. But there's a couple of establishments, but they don't do a whole lot to advertise, and that's understandable. I mean, they probably don't have the funds to do that, or they've tried to bring in a certain crowd and people are not reacting to it. We are very guilty of that, gay people. What's up with that? We don't support each other, and we should be supporting businesses that are gay owned and operated, or gay friendly places. We all need each other's help. Instead of giving money to these huge companies that don't give a shit about us and are making us look like freaks, we should be helping each other. So speaking of freaks, let's get back to the whole nightlife scene here in New York, because there are definitely a bunch of fucking freaks hanging out there. I don't know where these people come from, what the hell they're thinking, but they're there, and they're always there, and no matter where you go and no matter what you try, they're always lingering, and it's always the same dynamic of people, and it drives me fucking nuts. So we're gonna get into who these people are, and I'm sure you'll recognize them, because I'm sure they're everywhere, because they seem to multiply like cockroaches, and they just spread, and the overall attitude of these people is really disturbing to people like me. I'm not saying I'm the authority on lesbian life or anything like that, but I just consider myself a normal human being, and I'm feisty and nasty sometimes, but I'm also a lover and a very caring person, and I have integrity, and so do my friends, and so do other people that I talk to, and they agree with me as far as all the stupid shit that's going on out there. So I'm not alone. I know you guys are with me on some level. So let's get into it. So you know when you up in the club and first walk in and checking out the crowd, you see some familiar faces and you say what's up and you smile and you say hello, whatever, you go get yourself a drink. And then the reality starts kicking in and you kind of ask yourself what the hell you're doing there in the first place. It's happened quite often. So looking around the crowd, I've bumped into quite a few people with the ex drama. Before you even get to the club and you're trying to holler at your friends, people that you know so they can come with you, you always get the one that's like, oh, well, I can't go there because my ex hangs out there. Or I can't go there because my ex's ex hangs out there and I might bump into her and there might be some kind of drama. Or I can't go there because sometimes my ex goes there and I don't want to bump into them and whatever. I mean, really? Is all that necessary? I mean, if you have that kind of drama with someone that you broke up with, there's seriously something wrong with you. Why all the stupidity and the unnecessary drama? I mean, we're a small community, right? We're gonna bump into people that we know. I mean, why complicate things so much in a relationship and break up with that person and then try to avoid them at all costs? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'll get into all that at a later show because I have a lot to say about the whole lesbian breakup thing. There's just a lot of craziness going on with that. So moving on to the hunter. So you always find these group of girls or a few girls that act like animals, like predatory animals. Like they are just out to get buns and there's nothing that could get in their way. Like they're just hawking you, like scanning you from top to bottom. Like if they had x-ray vision and they're filthy about it and they're licking their lips and they're breathing hard and they're acting all, you know, trying to act all smooth and cool and whatever, and they really look stupid. They look dumb. It's just like that's not sexy whatsoever. It's actually pretty disgusting. You know, I'm not a piece of meat. I'm a woman, you know. I have feelings, talk to me, you want to smile, you want to look in my direction, you want to acknowledge me, you want to buy me a drink, cool. We can talk, we can kick it and see where it goes from there. Because being a lesbian, we understand that foreplay really starts in the mind. If you have a good conversation with us, that opens up who we are and our sexuality, and we start feeling good. So the hunter thing, I just don't get. Then we have the looker. And the looker is the person that is cute and you're looking at them and they're looking at you and you're looking at them and they're looking at you, and every chance that you get, you're looking at each other, you're making eye contact and you're hoping that that person approaches you or that you have the courage to approach them, but it doesn't happen. It never happens, and the whole night goes on. You're sitting there wondering if this person is ever gonna come and approach you, or if you're gonna grow the balls or the tits to go approach them, but you don't, and they don't. So that's the looker. And if I know so many girls that are guilty of that, myself included. We're gonna explore that some more and see why we feel so shy, why we feel, you know, that approaching a woman is so hard, and hopefully find out some ways